Hey Courtney, it's Brienne. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to kind of show you what I can do for you and how I do it so we can kind of possibly work together. Um, a lot of what I'm going to tell you is things that you can definitely take for yourself and see how it works out. I just really would appreciate a little bit of feedback from my video to tell me how I did on this for you. Other than that, we'll kind of just get started. So I started on your Facebook page and it looks really good. Love this picture of you too, so cute. But this is a good start for sure. Social media is definitely, I think, where a lot of real estate agents get a lot of their business because obviously more and more people, word of mouth, stuff like that. It looks like you maybe started a website or you're trying to get it going, but it isn't live yet. I wasn't able to click on it, so I couldn't really give you a whole lot of information about your website specifically. So I'm more focused on the competitors that you had told me about. First off, I went to Google and I just Googled real estate agent in the Woodlands, Texas to kind of give us an idea of what pops up. And none of those businesses popped up. It's more of the higher websites like the har.com, realtor.com, Zillow, stuff like that. But up here is also actually really important. And so I think that it would be a good idea to get you guys a Google My Business so you can pop up in this little map pack right here. Because then when you have an advertisement, it would pop up in this area or so, and then down here in the map pack, and then your website. It just gives you kind of triple exposure that customers would see you multiple places on the page and might give you a little bit more credibility in their eyes. Then I went ahead and I looked at the websites that you told me about, the Kink Team and Beth Ferrister. Everything looks really beautiful on their pages. The thing that the Kink Team has better than the Ferrister page is definitely the content. So the three main things that you need to focus on when building your website are going to be content, citations, and backlinks. Content is kind of king, and it's the thing that Google looks at the most because it definitely tells them the most about your website and tells them what kind of information you're providing to the people that they're going to be pushing to your website. So in order to be found for those keywords or key terms that are going to result in people buying or selling homes, you're going to need to kind of target the keywords or key terms that are going to trigger those buying or selling opportunities. So that's something that I'm sure that they're doing here. They have a lot of words, and that can be included in this. It could be included in the pictures or what the pictures are saved as, and sometimes people even hide words behind the pictures. So all of that is taken into consideration by Google, and Google really likes to see 1,500 to 2,000 words on the front page alone, and then 750 to 1,000 words on all of these supporting pages. So that's something to keep in mind when building your website. They also have a lot of reviews, which is helpful for getting keywords, key terms, more and more content, so Google sees them as more trustworthy and providing more value to their customers. The thing with this one is it looks like a lot is missing, maybe, that they're kind of working on it still, but they're ranking so high that it's got to be coming from somewhere else, maybe some of these supporting pages or other websites referring them. So that's something that I can look at here, and that's what citations and backlinks are. This is my fancy little tool that kind of gives me an idea of how their website is doing. So this number right here tells me the kind of popularity contest. It is the different directories that are referring people back to their website. And then this is more of a trustworthiness kind of total. It tells me all of the other websites that are referring people back to their website. And it looks like they must have some pretty powerful people recommending them kind of thing. They have 3.28 thousand backlinks, which is really good, and 142 referring domains. So 142 other websites are referring customers back to this Kink Team Realty website. They're ranking for 4.2 thousand keywords, which is amazing, and 1.2 thousand people are visiting their website per month organically. That means they're just going to it via Google or something like that. And that's amazing. So that's something that we would aim for when we're trying to build out your website. I did go ahead and I took a look at the Beth Ferrister site as well, and hers is pretty good and her numbers are pretty good, but definitely lower than the Kink Team's site. They have 117 organic traffic normally, so we could definitely beat them out with some of the techniques that I have shown you already. Looking at this page, this tells me some of the keywords they're ranking for, and I thought this was a little interesting because they're ranking for some words that I wouldn't necessarily think to be searching in order to find them. Ombre wall, dethatching, stuff like that. And when I looked at this, it looks like they actually have some sort of blog or something, and so they're blogging about the trick to painting the perfect ombre wall, or dethatching your lawn and stuff like that. So they have maybe home maintenance related information on there as well. So that way they can kind of advertise without advertising their website. I also noticed down here, I think, Woodlands and Chinese. They have the top 5 Chinese restaurants in the Woodlands. So they have all sorts of different things that are kind of referring people back to their website. And that might be something to keep in mind, is to do some sort of blog that kind of talks about the city of the Woodlands or Houston surrounding areas and all that, to kind of bring more and more content and more customers to your site per month. And then this is all the referring domains. So these are all the other websites that are referring people back to the Kink Team's website. And so when you're looking at this, you can see that their trustworthy rating is 62 or 80 out of 100 or 1 or whatever it is. And so these people are driving killer power to the Kink Team's website because their rating is so high that Google sees that they are deeming them trustworthy, so therefore Google should deem them trustworthy. Obviously realtor.com and stuff like that, but all these small ones are important too. So if you were to look at these ones, your goal is to kind of find your competitors' directories or their referring domains or both, and basically pick out the same ones and then also outdo them. So you want to have your directory or a page referring back to you on all of these websites and some, in order to outrank these other people. So basically that's kind of all I have for you. I wanted to give you a quick rundown. I know this wasn't a ton of information, but I hope that you at least learned something, and it's not all just pretty pages and nice words and everything. It's definitely kind of down to a science where you include the keywords that people might be searching, and also using the search engine optimization ways, using citations and backlinks in order to make people visit your website. So I just hope that you learned something from this, and that you can ask me any questions if you have any. And here's my contact information. If you want to go ahead and shoot me a text or an email or whatever, I am here for you. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.